Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Let me see. There we go. Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
I'm logging in for Giselle Rosado Serpa.
All right, good morning. It's 9 a.m. We're going to get started. I'm Judge Melanie Williams. This is the State Court of Fulton County Orca status and status conference calendars. I'm going to call the entire calendar. I see several people driving. If you're driving, you must understand that this is a formal court proceeding. I need you to pull over and proceed just as if we were in person. All defendants, this particular proceeding is being live streamed over the internet. It is also being recorded. That means any member of the public can log on and watch this particular proceeding. You have the absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. When I call your name, please just respond whether or not you are present on the call. If there is an announcement from the state regarding any non-process at that time, I'd appreciate if the state would make those announcements. Let's begin. Also, are there members of the public defender's office either here with me in the courtroom? Have you had a chance to interview everybody here?
Judge, no, I have two people here. I'm not sure who the other two are.
All right, if you're here in the courtroom with me, and you wish to apply for the services of the public defender's office, will you please raise your hand? So do you think you could speak with that gentleman in the back with his hand?
I'll give you the application, Judge.
Okay, thank you. On the screen, you also have the right to the services of the public defender's office. Is there someone from the Miss Helen? I see you on the screen. Will you please put some information into the chat whereby those who are interested in applying for the services of the public defender's office can go ahead and do so? I'm trying to move this through as expeditiously as possible. Miss Helen, are you here?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
All right, will you please put that information so people can begin applying? All defendants who wish to have the services of the public defender's office, as you have the right to an attorney here at this particular proceeding today, please go ahead and look at the chat feature. There's going to be some information regarding how you apply for the services of the public defender's office today. All right? And when I call your name, if you are interested in the services, please let me know that as well. All right. The first name is James Bird. Mr. Bird is present in the courtroom and will be speaking, and he wishes to apply. Thank you, Mr.
Judge, he
Bird.
actually it's our case, Judge, if I can hold for my announcement. So
Okay.
a little bit more. I'm covering.
We'll come back to that case. Thank you. Mr. Canales Hernandez, Victor Canales Hernandez.
Your Honor, I'll represent Mr. Canales, and right now I'm waiting to hear back an offer from the state. Emailed them a couple of times, and I still have not received discovery yet.
Okay, is there any announcement from the state regarding this case?
Your Honor, I have not heard from Mr. Castaneda. I'm not sure which attorney he has reached out to, but I have the offer this morning for him. I do need to see, though, if his client is actually present. He failed to appear twice, once in May of 2021 and again in September of 2021. So if his client is not present today, I would be asking for a bench warrant.
All right, we'll discuss that point further. We'll come back to this case. It appears you may need to go into a breakout with Mr. Castaneda. We'll be back.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Larice Johnson. Larice Johnson.
Your Honor, the state would be asking for a bench warrant as they also failed to appear twice for arraignment when this was in a state court division.
Understood. All right, Erica Kyles.
Here.
Erica, Ms. Kyles, have you had the opportunity to apply for the services of the Public Defender's Office today?
No, but I would like to.
Okay, Ms. Helen is gonna put some information in the chat. We'll get back to you. Go ahead and fill that out once it appears, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Elizabeth Randall? Elizabeth Randall? David Boland? Lindia Pittman Powers?
Here.
All right, Ms. Pittman, you're gonna have to turn on your camera. We have to be able to identify you. Are you driving? All right. Do you wish to apply for the services of the Public Defender's Office this morning?
Yes.
All right. The information should be put in the chat, Ms. Helen, if you could do that quickly. We'll get back with you, all right? Cassandra Munez or Munez, M-U-N-O-C, last name. All right. Destiny Parker.
And Your Honor, I would say Ms. Parker also has an add-on case.
Yes, I'm aware. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Yolanda Farrell. All right, Otis Alexander. David Beck. Marion Davenport. Peter Locke or Luke, L-A-U-K, last name. Sabrina Skoll. Ms. Skoll, you're present on this?
Yes.
Oh, you're here in the courtroom today. Ms. Skoll, do you have an attorney?
No, I do not.
Do you wish to apply for the services of the Public Defender's Office at this time?
I suppose.
All right, will you please give her an application as well? We'll come back to Ms. Skoll. Giselle Rosado,
Okay, I'm representing for Giselle Rosado.
who's speaking?
This is her ex-boyfriend. She has been gone since
Okay, sir,
2019.
Miss, if you're not an attorney, Miss Rosado has to appear. Is Miss Rosado present with you?
Miss Rosado has psychosis and she was given
Okay,
permission by the
stop,
court.
sir, stop. I don't want you to
Right,
say too much.
right.
I don't want you to
Okay.
say too much.
She
Stop
was
talking.
given, she's not here because she doesn't remember and she has psychosis. She doesn't even know
Sir,
what's going
sir,
on.
I need you to stop talking. First of all, you have to turn on your camera as if you were in court. You cannot just be
okay.
Galaxy Note 9.
Okay. Okay,
Now,
I'm in my
second
car.
of all, I don't know what's happening.
I'm not
here.
driving though. I'm working. I have to get out. So what do I need to do? Because I have wrote the court about this situation because I keep getting letters and the court gave her permission to go to Puerto Rico and get treatment in 2019. And I have those documents from her mom.
Okay, we're gonna come back to Ms. Rosado's case. Please, I want you to stop. You may end up saying something that negatively affects her case, okay?
Okay.
All right, you'd be surprised what you say that may may end up being used against her, all right? So we'll come back to that unique position shortly.
Okay.
And just as an FYI, your camera is facing out, so we see where you're going instead of seeing you. All right, Edward Valadares, or Edwin, I'm sorry, Edwin Valadares. Sergio Hinton. Madison Chris. Marcus Bell.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Bell, you have to turn on your camera as well. I have to see you and identify you just as if you were here in court in person with me. Are you
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
turn on your camera? Are you interested in applying for the services of the Public Defender's Office today?
No, ma'am.
All right, you wish to represent yourself or do you have a private attorney?
Represent myself.
All right. What I'll do is you'll be able to speak with the state regarding this case at some point later. It is my strong advice that you consider applying for the services of the Public Defender's Office, all right? But I'll let you consider that. All right, April Bell. April Bell. John Wall. Clifford Hubbard.
Good morning, Your Honor. Will Moran here on behalf of Mr. Hubbard. He's also on the Zoom call. I just was hired on this case 2 days ago. I have already filed our discovery motions and received at least partial discovery from the state, if not full discovery, as well as an offer. I would like a little bit more time to pre-try this case, so I would request that this maybe be placed on a calendar call at the court's convenience.
Okay, so you're saying that you're not in a position to even discuss this case with the state at this time?
Oh, I absolutely am, and I'd like to.
Okay, so we'll be back with you then. Thank you, Mr. Moran. All right? If a reset is necessary after speaking with someone from the state, we will do that. All right?
All right, I am going to need to have an extensive talk with my client regarding discovery because we just received it yesterday afternoon. So that's going to have to happen before we enter any plea, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Austin Peterson. Austin Peterson. Montreal Rouse or Montreal Rouse. Gerald Harriet. Gerald Harriet. All right, we're gonna move to the Orca status conference calendar just to see who is here and present. Christopher Brown.
Good morning, Judge. That's my case. We're announcing jury trial judge, Mr. Brown, I believe is the yellow shirt. I know he always has problems with the sound, but.
I'm here.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I got the wrong person then. Anyway, but jury trial judge.
All right, we'll revisit that case at this time. Tracy Caldwell. Okay, and Ms. Copeland is here in the courtroom. Do you represent Ms. Copeland as
Yes, I
well?
do, Judge. And if briefly, Judge, as far as Mr. Brown, did you want him to remain on Zoom?
Just for a very brief moment. I'm gonna get to the whole calendar, then I'll start letting people go.
That's fine.
All right,
And Ms. Copeland, Judge, is my case. We're requesting a bench trial on that case, Judge. If we can get a court date, I'm almost 100% sure that case is going to go away. The state has made a recommendation for my client to take an online class, and we're going to dismiss. But in the event that that doesn't happen, then we can have a bench trial. But like I said, I doubt.
all right, 1 second. We'll keep going. I may need you to give me the announcement again. Terry Johnson. Brian Lewis. Bernard Neal.
I anticipate Mr. Neal to be present on Zoom. We're asking for a jury trial on that case, Judge.
Okay. So we'll come back to that very quickly. I know Mr. Phillips is in the courtroom as well. Did Mr. Phillips, do you represent Mr. Phillips?
No, Judge. Looks like Mr. Muslim.
Judge, is this Alfred Phillips?
Alfred Phillips, yes, you
Yes,
represent
good
Mr.
morning.
Phillips?
I do, Judge.
All
No,
right,
I'm asking for a reset. I just started conversations with the state regarding a possible disposition of this case.
okay, give me 1 second. We'll be right back with you. This calendar may go slightly quicker than the other. Talisha Powell. Tamia Robinson. Uh-huh.
I'm present, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Powell, you represent Mr. Powell?
No, Judge, she did not qualify for the public defender's office the last time around.
Okay, she does not qualify. Ms. Powell, do you have a private attorney or do you?
I
wish
do
to-
not.
You did not. All right, we'll come right back to you then, okay? Please hold. Okay, Tamia Robinson,
Your Honor, Ms. Robinson should be on. We're
she
requesting
is.
a jury trial.
Okay. We'll be right back and then we'll get ready to let your clients go shortly, all right? Jeremiah Ross.
My announcement is a bench trial on Mr. Ross. I do expect him. I spoke to him as recently as yesterday or the day before.
Okay. Charles Stiles.
Judge, I anticipate Mr. Stiles to be in here in person for a plea.
Okay,
So
we'll come back to that. Jerry Tillman, who is here in the courtroom, you represent him?
we're ready for a plea, Judge.
All right, plea offer. And Kelvin Turner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alicia Lunton on behalf of Kelvin Turner. He is present on the Zoom call. I did file my entry of appearance. We have not received any communications from the state. But if I could receive some discovery, I'm happy to chat with them today.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you, Ms. Luncheon. Let's take up the Orca status calendar because I believe we'll be able to handle that very quickly. Going back to the case of Christopher Brown, you've indicated that you wish to have a jury trial, so that case needs to be reset to a division judge, or is it possible at all that you think that this might be able to go to a bench trial and placed on an Orca calendar?
I think there'll be a jury trial in that case, Judge.
All right, Ms. Strong, what, do I need to file anything additional?
Print out paperwork.
All right.
Is Mr. Brown in the courtroom?
I believe he's on Zoom.
Mr. Brown's on Zoom.
I can sign on his behalf.
All right, so Mr. Brown, you're free to go. Your case will be reset for the notice for a jury trial. You should receive information either through your attorney or through the court itself, all right? Have a good morning. Take care. All right, now to the case of Ms. Copeland. Same announcement. You don't anticipate, you said bench, we might be able to take care of that
Yes,
with the
Judge.
bench trial?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so Ms. Copeland will be free to go, pending signing of any paperwork that needs to be done, and she will be so reset to the Orca bench trial calendar on August 26th at 1:30, where she'll need to appear at that time.
All right.
Ms. Copeland, you understand that you're free to go. Other than that,
I'll be.
all right, you'll need to be in court on August 26th for a bench trial. You understand? All right. Stay in contact with your attorney and keep your address current with the court. All right?
Thank you, Judge.
All right. The announcement for Mr. Johnson was,
Your Honor, Mr. Johnson was I'm sorry, that's not my, Barry Johnson,
Perry Johnson.
on my case, Judge.
Oh, that was not your case. Brian Lewis was not your case. Renard Neal, that was the one that you said you're requesting a jury trial as well. That case will be so reset to a division judge. There's no chance that we might be able to resolve that case by taking it to a bench trial. You don't anticipate?
No, Judge.
All right, I was trying to avoid resending it to a division if we
I
could.
understand, Judge. I'm trying as much as I can.
I understand. All right.
Your Honor, good morning. I'm sorry, Erica Marshall Story for the state. Is Mr. Neal on this Zoom call?
Is Mr. Neal present?
He's not physically here. I know he's supposed to be on Zoom. I spoke to him yesterday, Judge.
Your Honor, this is a court proceeding. Mr. Neal needs to be in court. If not, the state is requesting a bench warrant.
All right, I'll consider that, Ms. Marshall's story. I understand.
Renard Neal is here. Renard Neal is here.
Oh, there's
Okay.
Mr. Neal.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. Neal, you're present. Your case is gonna be reset to a division judge, all right? Please stay in contact with your attorney and keep your address current with the court, all right?
I don't understand what he mean I want a jury trial. I don't understand.
You'll need to speak with your attorney. What he's saying is he's gonna do additional work on your case and speak with you, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please call your attorney today and let him explain that further, all right?
And when my next court date?
We don't have one for you at this time. That's why it's very important that you keep your address current with the court and with your attorney, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're free to go, Mr. Neal.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm trying to clear out and take care of everybody here in the courtroom before me if I can. Mr. Phillips is here. What was your announcement as well for Mr. Phillips? Who represented Alfred Phillips?
The private counsel, Judge.
Mr. Masloom is on the call.
Yes,
Right,
Judge.
thank you. Mr. Maslow, you're saying that would you like to speak with someone from the state regarding this case today? Or do
Yes.
you anticipate? All right, whose case is this? Is it yours, Ms. Marshall's story?
Yes, Your Honor, it is, but I've had a pretty extensive conversation with Mr. Maslow. We both agree this cannot be resolved without some additional work on both of our behalf. So I'm not sure what speaking today is going to change. We just spoke yesterday regarding the case.
All right, so are you all asking for a reset to a later status calendar?
I am, Judge.
All right, so what we will do is we will reset this to the Orca status calendar on September the 2nd at 9 a.m. And I hope that both parties will be able to reach some agreement at that time.
We'll work towards that, Judge. Thank you so much. May we be
Thank you.
excused, and I believe.
Yes, you may be excused, Mr. Phillips. You are free to go. Your case
Thank you.
is being reset to September the 2nd at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, Ms. Powell is representing herself. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I received an email. All right. Ms. Powell is representing herself. Is there any offer from the state on her case at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer, would you like me to relay that orally or send that in the chat specifically to Ms. Powell?
I'd rather you send it in the chat to Ms. Powell, and then if necessary, if she has other questions, I'm gonna ask that you go into a breakout with her. If
Okay.
you're all right with that, Ms. Marshall-Story.
That's fine, thank you.
All right, Ms. Robinson, the announcement jury trial as well, and there's no hope, so we might be able to place that on the bench trial calendar.
No, Judge.
All right, Ms. Robinson's case will so be reset to further notice for a jury trial. Ms. Robinson, if you are still on this Zoom conference, you are now free to go. Please stay in contact with your attorney and keep your address present and current, all right? Thank you, take care. All right, Mr. Jeremiah Ross.
Your Honor, that, my request is a bench trial.
Okay, Mr. Ross is present. And you saying that we can place that on the bench trial calendar? All right, that case will be reset to the bench trial calendar on August 26th. It is my hope that we can resolve it before then. Sir, Mr. Ross, you're free to go, all right?
All right.
All right, we're holding for Mr. Styles to take a plea. We're holding for Mr. Tillman to take a plea. Mr. Tillman is present though. Let's go to Mr. Kelvin Turner, represented by Attorney Luncheon. Mr. Turner, is Mr. Turner present on this Zoom conference?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Turner, you have to turn on your camera so we can identify you.
Okay.
Ms. Luncheon, it's my understanding that you would like to speak with someone from the state as well. You're muted.
I would, Judge.
All right, Ms. Marshall-Story, is this your case or is it you, Ms. Riley, or Ms. Githia?
Good morning, Your Honor. It's my case, Ms. Githia.
Okay, can Ms. Smith and Ms. Githia be placed, Ms. Githia and Ms. Luncheon, Ms. Smith, will you place them into a breakout room so they can discuss? And then we'll come back, Ms. Luncheon and Ms.
Thank
Githia.
you.
Thank you. All right, returning to the position, Mr. Tillman. Is Mr. Tillman is present?
He is present, Judge. We're ready for a plea whenever the court.
All right, I can take Mr. Tillman's plea at this time if he is here. Whose case is this for the state? I'm hoping it's Ms. Riley. It's not yours, it's the two that I let go. Okay, all right.
Not Your Honor.
Doesn't always work out as evenly as I had hoped. Let's,
Your Honor, can I trouble the court?
yes,
If I can inquire on James Bird, who the prosecutor is on that case, and if they can email me the recommendation.
That would be me. And yes, I can email it to you.
All right, thank you.
All
Thank you,
right.
Ms. Riley.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. I believe that's gonna conclude this, the status calendar for now, status conference calendar. Let's revisit the status, the other status calendar that I called previously. Mr. Bird is in the courtroom and Ms. Riley is going to email over the offer, so that takes care of that for 1 second. Mr. Canales Hernandez is present.
Yes, Your Honor, he is present. He's listed as Victor's S21 Ultra.
All right, your client is present. Ms. Riley, this is your case, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, this is gonna slow us down a bit, but would you be, Mr. Castaneda, did you still wish to speak with Ms. Riley regarding this case?
Well, Your Honor, I had thought what I had was Charisse Challenger was the solicitor, so that's who I've been trying to send my emails to. I haven't received discovery yet. So at this point,
There's no, right, it doesn't sound as if you all will be able to resolve this today, so we will
Correct.
reset this to the Orca status calendar on September the 2nd at 9 a.m. It is my hope that you'll be able to resolve it before then. And as you can see, Ms. Riley is the one assigned to the case. Ms. Riley, would you mind sending him your direct information in the chat? And
Yes,
then once
No, I don't mind. I will send that. Yes.
Thank you. Once you've received that information, Ms. Castaneda, please follow up, Ms. Riley. You'll be free to go, and your client will be free to go as well. All right?
Okay, then. Thank
All
you.
right. I just would like you all to please speak regarding this case. I would love to not have an extensive calendar on the second. All right?
All right, thanks.
All right. Reese Johnson, we didn't have an announcement. Erica Kyles. Ms. Kyles, did you have a chance to submit the application to the Public Defender's Office?
Not as of yet. I'm waiting on them to email me.
Ms. Kyles, in the chat are the instructions. We have our email addresses. You will email us so that we can verify that you have a working email address. We will give you an email with the public defender's application in return. You guys have to fill that out completely so we can verify you. And then you'll have your number on that application. We'll give you a call, okay?
Okay.
All right, this all defendants who are wishing to seek the services of the Public Defender's Office and are on Zoom. Did you hear those instructions? Ms. Helen, will you please, can I trouble you to give those instructions one more time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Everyone, please pay attention. This is very important. If you wish to have the services of the Public Defender's Office, please listen to Ms. Helen's announcement. Please proceed, Ms. Helen.
Thank you, Your Honor. Anyone who is seeking the services of the Public Defender's Office, in the chat is my email, as well as Attorney Haddad's email. You will first contact us with your email address, verifying that you have a working email. We will then give you a return email with the application to the Public Defender's Office. You will complete every line, every question of the application. One of those lines includes your contact number, a working, up-to-date contact number. We will call you back on that up-to-date working contact number to see if you qualify. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ms. Helen. That was very thorough. All right, Ms. Luncheon, Ms. Githia, is there an announcement?
Good morning. Yes, Your Honor. I did receive an offer from the state. I do need to speak with my client regarding this case and get some discovery. I'm going to send a motion to Ms. Githia. Long story short, Judge, I am requesting a short reset to discuss this case. But next court date, I do expect to either have a resolution or announcement for a jury trial.
All right, we're gonna reset that case as well to the September 2nd Orca status calendar. And it's my hope that at that time there will be a resolution, all right?
There will be, Judge. Thank you.
All right, you and your client are both free to go, Ms. Luncheon. Take care. All right, Mr. Moran, please remind me of who you represent again.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm here representing Clifford Hubbard. And my announcement is very similar to Ms. Luncheon's. As I said, we just received discovery and an offer yesterday, and I really need to review that with my client before I can have an informed discussion with the prosecutor. So a one-time reset would give us a chance to have that conversation for me to speak with the prosecutor and then hopefully have a resolution by the next calendar.
All right, before you go, whose case is this for the state? Is it Ms. Githia? Is it Ms. Mark?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Githia, if there is an offer, will you please send it to Mr. Moran at this time?
She already has. Ms. Githia.
Oh, you've already sent it. All right. Well, the case will be so reset to the September 2nd status calendar. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Both are free to go. Take care.
Have a nice day.
All right, take care. Are there other private attorneys on the screen? All right, if not, we'll proceed with count. Is there any other announcement from the Public Defender's Office at this time?
Not yet, Judge. Just needed a few minutes, of course, to speak to the folks that just walked in.
All right, and who just walked in?
Mr. Stiles. I just need to go over the paperwork with him. I anticipate a plea on that case. So.
Okay, thank you. If you would go ahead and do so, that would be great. All right, let's continue to call this calendar. Let's turn back to the very interesting case very briefly of Giselle Rosado, whose I believe husband or boyfriend was present.
Ex-boyfriend, ex. We split 2019.
Okay, I do not want you to say anything confidential regarding Ms. Rosado's condition. You're here to explain some medical reason for why she's not here today, correct?
Yes.
Whose case is this for the state?
Whose case is it?
I'm not sure. I'm speaking to the solicitor, the members of the Solicitor General's office. Is it yours, Ms. Githia, or yours, Ms. Marshall Story? Ms. Marcia Story, if you're muted, I can hear you.
Yes, it's my matter, Your Honor.
It's your case. All right. I'm receiving some information and I don't want him to say too much regarding a medical condition for the defendant named in this case. Is there any specific announcement from the state regarding this case?
No, not at this time. If the defendant is not in court and there is not a reason that the court and the state are both willing to accept for the defendant's absence, the state is requesting a bench warrant.
I understand. Sir, are you able to submit that info? You said that you submitted information regarding her medical condition. Where did you send that information?
She had a previous case in Fulton County, and they said that she can go back to Puerto Rico with her mom and seek treatment over there, and that's exactly what she's doing. And we have the paperwork from the court. I have paperwork from the court.
Do you have that paperwork at this time that you can send to
Yes.
both the court and Ms. Marshall Story?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're gonna need you to send, there's several emails in the chat where you can send it to me. Ms. Marshall Story, will you also chat him your email address? And
Yes,
sir, you'll be free to go. We'll have to decide from there whether the information you submit is sufficient to excuse her absence today, but you cannot appear before her, but the court is willing to consider the documents you may have, okay?
Actually, Your Honor, I don't have, I'm not sure how I can obtain his address. Is it possible for the, well, because he's not a party, is he
Right, I
actually able to
understand.
join the chat?
Well, at this time, I'm gonna allow it based upon what he shared. I don't want to repeat it.
Oh, no, I mean, physically, is his name there? What is his name?
Oh, it says he's on the chat as Galaxy Note 9.
So that's how it should appear. I see it, Galaxy Note 9. Okay, yes, I'm sending my email.
Right, and I mean, I understand that this is an interesting situation here, but
no, it's fine.
we'll at least review what he sends, all right? And so
Yes.
you're free to
And pray
go.
for mental health. Pray for mental health, because
Okay, sir, I don't want you to
Sorry,
keep.
I just wanted to say
understand.
that.
I know, but
Sorry.
this is a public proceeding and we don't want her sensitive information onto that record, okay? Please send us that information and you'll be free to go. All right.
Okay,
If
thank you.
everyone- All right, sir, Mr. Marcus Bell. Mr. Bell?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Did you wanted to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, whose case is this?
Your Honor, what position is Mr.
It's
Bell?
position 20.
Marcus Bell, that is mine, Your Honor.
Ms. VA, is there an announcement for the state and is there an offer at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you be willing to speak with Mr. Bell in a breakout room regarding the offer to see if that's something he'd be interested in taking today?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Smith, if you could put Mr. Bell and Ms. Githia into a breakout room, I'd appreciate it.
Your Honor, when you get a moment, I'd like to make an announcement regarding
Okay,
Victor.
this is a great time to do so, Mr. Castaneda.
Yeah, on Victor Canales, I just was looking at I'm on leave on September 2nd. And
Okay.
I have filed that on June the 16th.
All right, let's see if there's, Ms. Strong, is there an additional date? We need a moment, all right?
Okay.
All right, is everyone else on the line waiting for the services of the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Helen, I'm hoping that you're receiving a lot of applications at this time.
No, ma'am, I'm not. I was just gonna make that announcement. So if those individuals who have requested our services have indeed done so, please email us to the email addresses we've included in the chat. I'll copy and paste the message again.
All right, it appears that Ms. Helen has not received any emails. And there are several people who have indicated that you wish to have the services of the public defender's office today. All right, Mr. Castaneda, I'm receiving information that August 12th, that reset date has additional availability in spaces. Would that give you sufficient time to discuss this case and reach towards resolution?
August 12th?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor, it should.
All right, so
August
that
12th.
his case will be so reset to August 12th, at which time you and your client should appear, all right?
Now, do I just make a note of it, or am I gonna receive an email notification?
You'll
or how
receive,
does-
you'll receive a new notification, but please still make note of it. Both
I
would
still
be,
will. All right, I will.
both
Thank you,
would
Your
be
Honor.
prudent. Okay, take
All
care.
right.
Have a good
And I
day.
apologize, Your Honor. Mr. Castaneda, can you please reply to my direct message with your email address so we can get the discovery to you?
I just emailed you directly from my email account to you.
Okay,
So I just basically said this is my contact information,
thank you.
but you should, yeah, if you don't, well, you should have it.
I don't have it yet, but
Okay, I'll put it in the chat. All right. then.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Sir, 1 second, Ms. Kyle. Sir, in the yellow shirt, I believe you're trying to say something. Can you unmute yourself and tell me what you're trying to say?
Yes, ma'am. My name's David Boland. I tried to do the email for the public defender, and my phone won't click on there. It won't go to it for some reason.
Okay, Ms. Helen, I'm hearing that he's having some difficulty. Tell me your name again, sir.
David Gene Boland, ma'am.
Did I call-
Judge, this document is not fillable by phone. This is a document you either need to print out, scan to us, email it back to us, or you have a laptop where you can fill it out in a PDF format and email it back to us. Guys, this is not done over the phone. So either a laptop or you print it out, you fill it out and scan it back to the email addresses.
Does that help, Mr. Vaughn?
Yes, ma'am. I'll just have to find a computer and printer.
Okay, please try to do so. All right, any other announcements here in the courtroom? Is someone driving? Do I hear a turn signal? What is that sound? All right, please mute if you're not speaking directly with the court at this time. Is there anyone on the Zoom conference whose name I did not call earlier?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I not call your name, or were you just not present and not timely?
I was like 5 minutes late. This is Tracy Caldwell.
All right. Okay, Ms. Caldwell is position 2. Ms. Caldwell, do you wish to apply for the services of the public defender's office?
Last time I
Oh, she
was
doesn't
on-
qualify. Did you, I'm receiving information you did not qualify. Do you have a private attorney?
No, ma'am, I do not.
So do you wish to represent yourself today?
Yes.
All right. Whose case is this for the state?
This
Is it
would be
Ms. Riley?
Miss Riley. Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Riley, would you be willing to speak with Ms. Caldwell regarding any offers that might be present at this time?
Well, Your Honor, I did speak with Miss Caldwell the last time she was in court on the 27th to give her the offer, and it was reset at that time for her to hire an attorney.
All right, Ms. Caldwell, you didn't do so?
No, ma'am, I'm struggling just like a lot of other people.
Do you wish to take the state's offer? Is the offer the same, Ms. Riley?
Yes, Your Honor. The
Oh,
offer is.
no, ma'am, I don't. Maybe I should have submitted pictures from the incident.
Okay, at this time, then your case will be reset for a bench trial on August the 26th. And at that, it's my strong advice that you hire an attorney before that day. All right.
Okay.
All right. If not, your case will be going forward, whereby you can present that evidence at that time. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Caldwell's case is still reset, and she can, you'll be free to go, ma'am. All right.
All right.
And
Thank you so much.
please be on time to that court date.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and you
My
missed-
reception was just my
And Ms.
internet was just wasn't working correctly.
And Ms. Caldwell, that case will not be via Zoom. You'll have to come physically into the court for the bench trial. All right.
Okay,
All right.
that's fine.
You'll
right,
receive
thank
a notice. Keep your address current with the court. You're free to go.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Is there anyone else that I did not, whose name I did not call?
Yes, ma'am.
And your name, sir?
Alan Smiley.
Mrs. Smiley, were you tardy as well?
No, ma'am. I was like 1 minute.
That's still tardy, sir. 1 minute is late. 3 minutes early is on time. All right, all right. I don't see Mrs. Smiley on this calendar. Mrs. Smiley, you received a notice to be here today?
I called down there and they said I had a court date, and then I had talked to the clerk today, and they gave me this link.
I don't see him. Do either of you see him? Hold for one moment, Mrs. Smiley. You do not appear on my list.
Okay.
Might be his full name, Your Honor. I can look him up.
His name is Al. What's your name? Your full name?
Alan Dwayne Smiley.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
All right. Is there anyone else on this Zoom conference whose name I did not call earlier? All right. I'm assuming that everyone else is holding for the services of the public defender's office. Are there any announcements here in the courtroom?
Yes, Judge. Your Honor, on position number. I apologize, I don't have the position number 16 on the Orca East status, Judge.
Okay.
Sabrina School.
Okay.
Your Honor, she is present. She does not qualify for our services. I did recommend, she would like a reset to get an attorney. It appears that the alleged victim in this case is actually in custody for an assault on her. But anyway, I just mentioned this because an attorney can definitely assist her.
Okay. Has the school had any prior resets? Is this your first time coming to court? Okay, Ms. Cole, I'm gonna reset your case one time to the September 2nd calendar. Please get an attorney before then. If you do not, you'll be placed on a bench trial calendar, all right?
Could you explain that to me?
Basically, what will happen is I'm giving you time to get an attorney, all right? And if you don't have one by the next date, that's September 2nd, that should give you enough time to at least speak to someone. I'll place you on a calendar whereby you'll have a trial, okay?
Okay.
Okay, but that should give you enough time to at least find someone.
So if I can't afford an attorney, and I don't qualify for the public defender, can I represent myself?
You can.
Okay.
You can.
Just
But
go up on the second.
yes, you can. Yes, but it's my strong advice that you find someone to help you with this,
Okay.
especially in light of the information I just received from the public defender's office. All right, take care. You're free to go, ma'am. Remember, September 2nd at 9 a.m.
Okay, in the same place.
Take care. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Are we able to take those, please?
Yes, Judge, I have one more announcement and then I'm ready for the police.
Okay.
On position number 1, James Bird, who's present, Judge. This is our case, Judge. I've not had any dealings with Mr. Bird prior to that. The lawyer who handled it is no longer with our office. In any event, Judge, we're requesting a jury trial in this case. I think it's the second D1 in 7 years or so. And
Okay.
so that's.
And there's no chance we may be able to resolve it with a bench trial?
No, Judge.
All right. As Mr. Bird has the right to a jury trial, the case will be reset. Further notice to a division judge. Mr. Bird, please keep your address current with the public defender's office and also with the court, all right? Have you already furnished your address? Do you have good contact information? All right, Mr. Bird, you're free to go. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. And Your Honor, I am. Mr. Bird?
Are you gonna sign on the
Yes,
plan?
yes. No. We could say. Okay.
Are there any, Ms. Helen, are there any announcements from you? Have you received any applications?
Yes, Judge, I've received three applications from Ms. Denisha, Ms. Kyles, and Mr. Harriet. I'm waiting for them to complete it and return it to me, Judge.
All right, please, everyone else who would like to have the services of the Public Defender's Office, please do so. All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Haddad, you had an announcement?
That's going to be Plea. Oh, Bird. Mr. Bird. Yes.
All right,
Whichever, I have two pleas, Judge, whichever case.
it doesn't matter, you tell me which one, which plea you
can
like.
handle Mr. Jared Tillman, position number 12.
We're ready for Mr. Tillman to take a plea. Mr. Tillman, come, we're not ready. Whose case is Mrs. Tillman? Is it yours, Ms. Marcia Story?
It is mine, Ms. Githier, Your
Oh,
Honor.
Ms. Githier, wonderful. All right, we're gonna take a plea at this time. Sir, if you would step over to this microphone.
Your Honor, just so the court knows, the victim, his wife is present in the courtroom. I had, just in case the court needed to.
Is this plea negotiated?
It is, Judge. I did have the request as far as the Family Violence Intervention Program. The state requested that I want to see if there's an alternative. If not, I understand, Judge, but
all right,
that's really the only mediation, Judge.
His name is Mr. Tillman. What position?
His position was well.
All right, Mr. Tillman. Okay, he's not position 12. Okay. Mr. Tillman, you're Jerry C. Tillman?
I understand.
Is your name Jerry C. Tillman?
Yes.
Okay, Mrs. Tillman, your case is 20 CR 001182Y, in which you're charged with simple battery family violence with the offense date of January the 28th of 2020. Do you understand the rights that you have here today?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna swear you in for the very limited purposes of taking the plea, all right? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, you can place your hand down. Ms. Gutierrez, will you please put the state's offer and recommendation onto the record for me?
Yes, Your Honor. Would you like the facts also?
Yes, very limited in any relevant history, as there may be a question as it's not fully negotiated.
Okay, the state expects the evidence to show that on January 28th, 2020, officers were dispatched to a dispute call at 462 Charter Oak Drive Southwest in Fulton County, Georgia. Upon arrival, they were told that Mr. Jerry Tillman accused Vicky Tillman of stealing or hiding his medicine, which resulted in a verbal dispute between the two. Mr. Jerry Tillman grabbed her forcefully by the shoulders and shoved her onto the couch. The offer is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served, family violence intervention program, and no further violent contact with Ms. Vicky Tillman.
Okay, and he served the 1 day, so this is no additional jail time. That's correct, Ms. Gutierrez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And the FVIP program is what, 24 weeks? How long is the FVIP program?
6 months. Yes, you're correct, Your Honor.
Okay. It's 24. All right, Mr. Haddad, your request regarding the FVIP?
Thank you, Judge. Judge, on behalf of my client is 70 years old. His wife is the president of the courtroom. They've been married since 1975, Judge. Unlike many of my family violence cases, Judge, he freely admitted he did push and shove his wife. He was frustrated. He thought that she took his medication. My client has a host of health issues, Judge. He had cancer in the past. I think some type of brain surgery. Part of the request, and I've talked to Ms. Tillman, she indicated she did not have any issues with him other than that one time. And she did relate about 20 years ago, there was another incident with him, but nothing in between. He stayed away from her for a few months, then they reconciliated. She's requesting no violent contact, which I appreciate the state. I would suggest at all possible to do anger management and visit family violence. The reason, Judge, it's a lot less time and it's a little bit more cost effective. I was going to ask respectfully push the court to waive the probation fees. My client is on benefit income. His wife is also a retired judge. So that is my request. I understand if the court is not inclined, then my client is he's accepting responsibility for his actions, Judge.
All right, Ms. Goodyear, can I have very limited, very briefly, the history in the past 5 years that you have it?
I do apologize. I couldn't hear you, Your Honor.
The history in the past 5 years, if you have it. Or is there anybody pre-trial on the line?
I do not see any violent offenses. He does have cycles, but I do not see any violent offenses, Your Honor.
How many cycles do you see, Ms. Goodyear?
9.
9 cycles? Okay.
Yes.
All right. If Mr. Tillman takes this plea, what I will do is he can, how long is the anger management program, Ms. Goodyear? It's
6 months.
No, that's FVIP.
I'm sorry. You talking about in the alternative?
Yes, if I were to give him anger management at this time instead of the FVIP program.
The state would request 24 anger management classes.
Right, I understand the state's request, but there is the anger management program, and how long is that typically? Because I'm considering this as a non-negotiated plea. I'm just thinking about, do I even know how long it is?
Judge, I believe they're offered by class, so the court can say
how long they are.
10 anger management classes or 5 or whatever number the court wishes. And normally the anger management is run through probation, but I believe it's a question of 3 or 4 hours per session, the max. But the court is.
I understand. Right. Ms. Riley, we're going to say something. Did you have something to add?
Well, Your Honor, I was just inquiring, is this a simple battery family violence or battery family violence?
Simple battery.
Okay.
I haven't made a ruling yet. I was just inquiring as to the nature of the courses. Because I know FVIP is long and typically expensive. And, Mr. Haddad has asked for an anger management alternative. The court is just considering that at this time.
Your Honor, yes, Your Honor, with anger management, it depends on the provider that he goes to. It could be a 1-day session for 6 to 8 hours or an hour long. So that would be up to the court.
Decide how long. All right. Is there anything further from either the state or the defense? The court is considering a different program. I'll just be honest at this time, Ms. Goodyear. So if you'd like to make additional arguments at this time, I will hear them.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Haddad?
No, Your Honor.
All right. At this time, if Mr. Tillman takes this plea today, he's going to have to complete a 12-week anger management. I won't require the full FVIP. I will waive 3 months of fees to give him time to do that. Does he still want to take this plea?
Yes, Judge.
All right. The balance of the state's conditions will apply. Do you understand those conditions, sir? If you take this plea today?
What are those conditions?
All right, so Mr. Haddad, we very briefly explain this to your client and indicate to me whether he'd like to take this plea at this time.
For the first 3 months, so you don't have to pay anything. That's it.
Okay.
Yes, Judge, I did explain. Thank you, Judge.
All right, would you like to take this plea?
Yes.
All right, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes.
Did anyone force or coerce you into taking a plea?
No.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for the plea?
No.
Do you understand that by taking this plea, you're giving up your right to a full court date where you would have been able to present evidence in your favor and have the state meet the burden of proof to prove these charges against you?
Yes.
And you're prepared to waive your right to a court date?
Yes.
And you understand all the requirements that you're gonna have to complete that class, but you shouldn't have additional time at the Fulton County Jail, and you can have no further violent contact with your wife. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, as to the charge of simple battery family violence, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. That should conclude your case at this time, all right?
All right.
I don't think, does he need to sign anything else before he goes?
We just provide with probation information.
All right, once you receive that information, Mr. Tillman, you're free to go. All right. All right, are we ready for the next, please?
Yes, Judge. Once you get that paperwork, you're free to go.
Any other announcements, Ms. Helen?
Your Honor, I'm still waiting for completed applications from position 7, Lindia Pittman Powers, position 4, Erica Kyles, position 26, Gerald Harriet. And I let these individuals know that without an application, I can't verify that they qualify for the PD services. So yeah.
All right, is there anybody who is still waiting or needs the further assistance of the Public Defender's Office, other than the names that Ms. Helen just called?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I had received an email a few weeks ago applying for a public defender. I was told that I would get one, and they told me to just appear today and they would be representing me. I just wanted to make sure that that was noted and correct.
Ms. Crisp, I have your application. You are approved and I will be speaking with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. So so on position, on Ms. Chris, Ms. Helen, you represent her?
Yes, Your Honor, I do have her application. She is approved by our office.
All right. Are you prepared to discuss that case? Whose case is that for what position is that? Let's figure that out. Ms. Madison Chris.
19, it's position 19 on the Orca East status calendar.
I've got it. Whose case is that?
That is mine, Your Honor.
Ms. Githier, are you prepared to speak to Ms. Helen, perhaps regarding that case?
Yes, I can give her the state's offer, yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you. I'd like to be able to move some of these if possible.
And discovery, please, Ms. Githier.
All right.
What did you need?
We're now going to take a plea in the case of Charles Stiles. Mr. Stiles, I'm not sure you were here when your rights were read, but you have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. You also have a right to an attorney at this proceeding today. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Your case number is 20 CR 000-812Y. In which you're charged with possession of an open container of alcohol, failure to obey traffic signs, signals, and markings, and DUI under the influence of alcohol, less safe, with the offense date of April the 21st of 2018. All right, whose case is this for the state?
Mine, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Githier, will you please put the state's offer and recommendation onto the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor. The state expects the evidence to show that on April 21st, 2018, at 220 First Drive Northwest in Fulton County, Georgia, officers noticed individuals get into an Impala and began driving off. Just one second here. The driver of the vehicle turned right on a red at the intersection of 5th Street and Spring Street at a marked sign stating no right on red. The officer then conducted a traffic stop on the vehicle. When the officer asked about a license, he stated that, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You're fine. Take your time.
When the officer asked for his driver's license, he stated that his license was suspended, and the officer asked him to step out of the vehicle. At this time, the officer smelled the odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle.
Is it marijuana or would it be alcohol?
That's what I'm looking at, Your Honor.
Yeah, because it's possession of open container.
Right.
I'd be happy to read the police report.
Is he all right? You all right? Okay. About Mr. Tillman had fallen off. All right.
I'd be happy to read the police report if the court wishes.
Okay, very briefly.
Your Honor, the officers saw alcoholic beverages, asked the driver, who's Mr. Stiles, was drinking. Mr. Stiles said that he had a slip. And
He had a slip or slip?
Slip is SLIP is what.
Okay.
Asking you to be judged. There was field sobriety test conducted in which he failed. He was arrested for less state. The breath test breathalyzer ended up being essentially was noted as rejected. So it's a refusal essentially.
All right, Ms. Githia, do you have his history briefly?
Yes, sure. He has 25 cycles, Your Honor.
How many DUIs?
This is the first DUI, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. And the state's recommendation?
12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served, $500 fine, 40 hours of community service, alcohol, drug evaluation and treatment, and risk reduction.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Gutierrez. Was that your understanding, Mr. Haddad?
Yes, Judge.
And in this case and the previous case, you stipulate to factual basis, identity, and venue.
Yes, Judge.
All right, just need to correct that for the record. Mr. Stiles, please raise your right hand. I'm going to place you under oath for the very limited purposes of taking this plea. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are in court. I need you to be attentive, all right? All right, I am going to accept the state's recommendation in its entirety at this time. Do you understand those requirements and do you still wish to go forward with taking a plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone force or coerce you into taking a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand that by taking this plea, you're waiving your right to go to court, so you won't have any further court dates?
Yes, ma'am.
And you will not have any opportunity to present any evidence in your favor or force the state to prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're prepared to waive all your rights.
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand the requirements that you won't have additional time to serve, but you are going to have to complete community service, undergo evaluations, and take courses. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charges I previously listed, including DUI, possession of open alcohol container, and failure to obey the traffic signs, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Your case, this should conclude your case if there's nothing further from either party.
Judge, I just did want to mention on the record that my client does have his license back now. It's with a suspension. I don't know if the court does the application for, I don't handle too many DUIs, but sometimes there's an affidavit for suspension, I think. Anyway, I'm trying to make sure that his license does not get resuspended. Obviously, I have to take all those classes, but I'm not exactly sure how the Department of DDS handles. I think once there's a suspension, that's it. But I'm not 100%.
I'm not sure either, but I do believe there is documents that we do send to DDS. We can inquire about that. All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Stiles. All right.
I just think they're going to give you some information about probation, then you're free to go. Okay.
What's that point? I think it's 40 hours. Or something. All right. Any announcement from the public defender's office? Ms. Howland? Can you tell me what position you're still holding on? I've lost my stuff. Do you know? Ma'am,
Mr. Holding his hand up at one point.
Mr. Who did?
The yellow shirt was Bolden. He said he doesn't have access to the application, but he has not moved. He hasn't left to go You want it back, so I don't know what it was.
That conference number was still posted, just like Ms. Powell. All right, I'm gonna circle back to Ms. Powell. Ms. Talisha Powell, you're choosing to represent yourself. Ms. Powell, did you receive an offer from the state? Ms. Powell, you have to turn on.
I did.
You have to turn on your camera.
I did. It says,
No, I can hear you just fine. You have to turn on your camera.
I'm trying. It
Okay.
says that the host has disabled it.
Okay.
Okay, now, there we go now. Okay,
All right, Ms. Powell, did you receive an offer from the state?
I did.
All right, and is that an offer you are interested in taking?
Not completely, partially, yes.
All right, do you wish to, has this case been reset before, or is this Ms. Powell's first time appearing? Did anyone tell me?
Your Honor, I'll have to take a look on Odyssey.
Ms. Strong, can you see as well? If Ms. Powell has not been reset, she'll be placed on the, if she has been reset, she'll be reset to the bench trial calendar. If not, we will reset you one time, Ms. Powell, to the status calendar so that you can speak to an attorney, all right?
Okay.
It's my strong recommendation that you do that either way.
Yes, I'm trying to find someone.
All right.
It looks like she was on calendar for May the 27th, but I don't see in here whether she or not.
What's the shit?
So she was calendar for May the 27th.
Which defendant?
Miss Talisha Powell. Okay, so she did, did she FTA? You don't know. Okay, what we're gonna do is we'll out of an abundance of caution and out of fairness to the court, we'll reset you one time to that status calendar, Ms. Powell, okay? It's
Thank
my
you.
strong recommendation you find an attorney before then. If you don't find one by that time, you'll be placed on the next bench trial where you'll be forced to represent yourself, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you'll need to appear September 2nd at 9 a.m.
Via Zoom?
Via Zoom, yes.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I have one announcement.
Yes, Ms. Helen.
I'm sorry, but Ms. Helen, before you move forward.
Sure, that's fine.
Ms. Powell, I'm going to send my email to you in the chat. If you do get an attorney, that attorney can call me if you need to discuss only the plea offer further. You said you were partially able to comply with that. You can also reach out to me. If
Thank you
do
so
not
much.
get an
I'll do
attorney.
that. Thank
Okay.
you. And you said you're gonna put it in the chat now?
I'm putting it in the chat now, yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Bell, did you hear the state's offer to you, and are you interested in taking that plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am, I heard the offer and I do not wish to take that plea.
All right, what we're gonna do then, Mr. Bell, is has Mr. Bell appeared before? Mr. Bell, do you intend to hire an attorney, or do you intend to fully represent yourself through this entire process?
I intend to represent myself. I would not mind going to like a bench trial if that's possible.
All right, we're gonna put you on the August 26th bench trial calendar, okay? Please
Yes, ma'am.
stay in touch with the state. It's still my strong recommendation that you get an attorney. I would not recommend that you go forward on your own and do this. But if you choose to do so, that is your right. You'll be reset to the August 26th bench trial calendar at 1:30, at which time you'll be able to present any evidence you may have in your favor. All right?
Yes, ma'am. You said August 26th.
Oh, and you'll need to come actually down to the courthouse. It will not be via Zoom, okay?
Yes, ma'am. You said August 26th.
Yes, August the 26th.
Okay.
At 1:30, yes.
Am I gonna get the information sent through the mail, or I need to just write that down?
I think you should do both. It's my abundance. I believe you will get a notice, but you, in the abundance of caution, still write it down and plan to be here on August 26th at 1:30. All right?
August 26th, 1:30, what courtroom?
At G33. All right.
G33.
And
Yes,
you'll need, again, I strongly suggest you find an attorney before then. Okay?
yes, ma'am.
And work on this. And if you want to discuss the plea any further, is this, Ms. Marcus, was this your case as well? No, this was Ms. Githia. Ms. Githia, will you please send him your email address? And in the event that you change your mind and wish to take this plea, speak to her for the very limited purposes of discussing that plea only, okay? Okay, Mr. Bell?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, once you have her email address, you are free to go. And again, please go get an attorney. All right, Ms. Helen, you had an announcement.
Your Honor, I've sent my information to Ms. Powell. She may not be aware that she can be excused from the call.
Oh,
now.
Ms.
I
Powell,
think we'll
you're free to go once you have that. Mr. Bell, once you've received Ms. Githia's email address, you're free to go as well. And Ms. Helen, we can't hear you. If you're speaking, you said you had an announcement. Okay, maybe not.
Mr. Bell, I sent my email address. Did you receive it?
Yes, ma'am. I just received it.
So find a way to memorialize that, Mr. Bell. I see that you're on your phone. Perhaps you can write that down or,
Yeah.
you know, take a screenshot or something. And then other than that, you are free to go, all right?
Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, is everyone else waiting on the services of the public defender's office?
Hi, Judge, I got a few announcements.
All right, Ms. Helen?
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize. Ms. Chris, position 19, we are requesting the shortest reset date possible, but we are requesting one reset date.
Okay.
For investigation.
And was there any date before that September 2nd? No. Is there any room on the August? Okay. We're gonna have to reset Ms. Chris to the August, to the September the 2nd calendar, Ms. Helen.
Understood, September 2nd.
All right, Ms. Chris, you are free to go from the Zoom conference. And your case will be reset to September 2nd, 2022, and you'll be required to appear at that time. Is she still here?
She's on phone, Judge, with me, and I believe she's on the Zoom call, if not.
Okay, well, she's free to go at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor, and you did say she has to appear in person?
No, this one is, that one will be on Zoom.
Understood, Judge.
Only bench trials are in person at this time. All right, your next announcement, Ms. Helen?
I am still waiting on applications from Mr. Harriet. Ms. Kyles messaged me and said she's still trying to send a PDF. I haven't received it yet. And again, from position 7, Lindia Pittman Powers.
All right. And Mr. Bolin, I believe, wanted your services as well, Ms. Helen.
I have not received an application from Mr. Bolin, but I am waiting. As soon as I receive that, I'll be giving him a call.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
I have to find a printer to print it application off to do it because I don't have one, and I was going to see if I could have time to do that. And I wanted to see what exactly my charges were.
Okay, you can't really do this both ways, Mr. Bowen. Either you're gonna apply for the services of the public defender's office, or you're gonna choose to represent yourself this time and speak with a member of the public defender, a member of the Solicitor General's office. Which would you like to do? It's my advice that you get the services of the public defender's office and attempt to find a printer or some other means of being able. Ms. Helen, if there is absolutely no way to print this out, is there any other way that you could just assess on a superficial level? Can they type the responses in an email, or it has to be a printed, completed application? Okay, Ms. Helen's not responding. Miss, oh, you can be excused.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the office, Judge, to assist Ms. Helen.
Okay, yes, please do. Thank you. All right, Mr. Bowen, what position was it? Your position, you're charged with DUI and failure to maintain proper lane as well as reckless driving. Those are your charges. Are you interested in speaking with a member of the state at this time regarding a potential plea? But you're gonna have the same issue where if you took a plea today to resolve your case, you would have to get me the plea paperwork before I finish court, or else it could be just as if you didn't come. So my strong advice is that you at least send Ms. Helen an email indicating that you want the application and do your best to send her the information over. That's my strong advice at this time. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, I guess I'll try to get a public defender around.
All right.
I'm not sure if you are opposed to resetting him, and maybe we can put him on hold to allow him to.
Mr. Bowen, please make your best effort for the next few moments, all right? All right, let's circle back to, is there anyone else who has been completely unable to submit emails to the public defender's office at this time?
Excuse me, this Alan Smiley, I was trying to see if y'all had found where my case was at, which court I was supposed to be in.
Oh, that's right. Was there any
Judge,
announcement?
we will check the chat. I put all three of his cases with the reset dates in the courtroom.
Okay, Mr. Smiley, check your chat. I'm receiving information that you were not scheduled to be here today. The information regarding your proper court date should be in the chat sent directly to you. Do you see that information?
How do you check the text?
Okay, if you're on your phone, there should be a small button. It looks like a little window that looks like a circle and a line. Click that button. And then from there up to the side, a chat will pop up. Do you see that or something that says chat?
Oh, chat, okay.
Yes, please press that button. Do you see that?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so you are free to go. Those will be the dates that you need to appear, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. I also see someone identified as iPhone. Who is iPhone? Have you had the opportunity to speak with a member of the public defender's office as well as Samsung SMA326U? Who are you, sir or ma'am? All right.
And I've asked them a couple of times to chat, Your Honor, but they won't respond. I had to cut Samsung's phone off.
Samsung, I'm speaking directly to you. And iPhone.
I have an iPhone, Judge, but I'm not sure if.
Oh, no, that's not you, sir.
Hello.
Okay, who's saying hello?
That's Samson Brian Lewis.
Please turn on your camera, Mr. Lewis.
It had said co-host has disconnected me. It had disconnected me a while back. I was trying to get it back on. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, have you applied for the services of the public defender's office?
No, ma'am. I was here today to try to resolve this case.
We're all here to resolve these cases, Mr. Lewis. Now, are you interested in having the services of the public defender's office at this time?
No, ma'am.
You choose to represent yourself
Yes, ma'am.
and you understand your constitutional rights?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your case is 20 CR 001436Y, and once you're charged with 2 counts of simple battery family violence, with the offense date of June the 11th of 2018. Ms. Riley, is there currently an offer on Mr. Lewis's case?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is 12 months.
Wait, don't tell me yet. Would you, Mr. Riley, would you like to speak with Mr. Lewis, would you like to speak with Ms. Riley regarding a potential plea offer?
I was on the pressure. I spoke with Ms. Stories, my last appearance, and she had told me what the offer was.
And you did not wish to take that offer?
Yes, I thought that today was gonna be the day of me entering that offer.
Okay, so you do, well, okay. And you, what was your understanding of the offer that you had, Mr. Lewis?
She's told me it was gonna be a 12-week program.
Miss Riley, is that the offer that's present today?
Your Honor, the offer is 12 months on probation. He is to complete family violence intervention program, which is more so 24 weeks and a $500 fine. Also a drug and alcohol evaluation, and then to have no violent or harassing contact with the victim, Helena McBurrows.
So that was not your understanding. Ms. Lewis, if you took a plea today, you have to pay a $500 fine and complete a 24-week class. Are you interested in taking that plea at this time?
I didn't know that it seemed like they added on to it, but I'm ready to get it over so I can move on with my life and just
No, Mr.
put all
Lewis,
this behind.
in order to take a plea today, you have to be able to print and sign plea paperwork. Are you able to do that?
I have to I have DocuSign on my phone, but you say I can't use my phone, so I have to find a laptop or computer.
Do you have a laptop or computer? What are the
Not at
What
the
are the rules
moment, ma'am.
regarding
No, ma'am.
DocuSign for him? He can't DocuSign this. He has to physically sign. You would have to physically sign this plea paperwork. Is there a final plea calendar I can put Mr. Lewis on? Unfortunately, we can't take this plea today. If you don't have a way to print, sign, and send to me, Mr. Lewis, do you have, you said that you would have to go somewhere, or do you physically
Yes.
have?
I would probably have to go find an Office Max or something, a Best Buy or something, have them download it so I can sign it and probably fax it back to you.
Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put you on an in-person calendar where you're gonna need to come in and take this plea, okay?
Okay.
The earliest calendar that we have is August 26th, whereby you'll need to come into court and you'll take a plea at that time. If you don't, we could have taken it today if you had had a way to print it, okay? In the
Yes, ma'am.
meantime, you should still discuss the state's offer with an attorney. That is my recommendation to you, okay?
And you said it's a 24-week program?
That Miss Riley, will you read it one more time for him? The FVIP is 24 weeks.
Yes, Your Honor. It's 12 months on probation, a family violence intervention program, which normally takes 24 weeks, a $500 fine. You are to complete a drug and alcohol evaluation and any treatment that they recommend, and to have no violent or harassing contact with the victim, Helena McBurrows.
Only problem I have, okay, I don't have, cause see, I'm traveling. My job consists of me traveling a lot.
I don't want you to say too much. I don't want you to say too much. What I'm gonna say to you is we will put you on a different calendar. But what we
Yes,
can,
ma'am.
if you have the paperwork printed out, the best thing for you to do is still, you're gonna have to really come in. I can't think of a way for you to get this paperwork ahead of time. We have to have signed plea documents. So I'm gonna set you for August 26th. You have several weeks' notice here. You can let your job know that you need to be in court on the 26th, and you'll come in and sign this plea paperwork, okay?
And Your Honor, if
Yes,
I
ma'am.
may, if Mr. Lewis, if you have an email address, if you could please put that in the chat. And what I will do, Your Honor, is email the paperwork to both Mr. Lewis and is it Ms. Strong this morning that's with us?
Yes.
So that they will have it in advance of August 26th.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I just sent my email.
All right, Mr. Lewis, so we'll plan to see you here in court on the 26th, whereby you can sign this documents, all right?
And will it be courtroom G33 also?
It will, yes.
Okay.
Hey, Judge,
Thank you so much.
All right, Mr. Lewis, you're free to go. We'll see you.
All right, thank you.
Take care. All right, bye-bye. Yes, Ms. Helen.
Your Honor, I've got a few announcements. Position 26 informed me he was having some issues submitting the application. So again, I don't have an application from position 26, Harriet. Ms. Kyles is having some issues submitting to me either in Word document or PDF document. The public defender's application, I can't accept pictures of a laptop where the application is, either a printout of it scanned to me or an email of the document scanned to me. If not, I don't have an application from position 4, Kyle's. And then position 7, Pittman Powers, I haven't received anything back.
Ms. Helen, the problem that we're having here is if we can't do this virtually, it's almost.
We can reset them to give them an opportunity to submit an application, but
I don't like, we're still resetting it. And I understand that there is some requirement here that you receive this, but is there any level of flexibility whereby you can get this information just to see if they qualify? Because the problem that I'm having here is we're resetting, and if people don't have a printer and all of that, we're gonna have the same issues prior to the next day. So, let's use some dynamic solutions here. Is there anything else that you could think of? And I understand that you said that you can't take pictures of the screen, but if they type the information into the body of an email, would you be able to?
Sure. If they could type it into an email and then send that back to me, that would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, so hearing that announcement, take the questions that you see, put number 1, 2, and 3, and answer them in a body of an email. Email that back to Ms. Helen so she can see if she can help you today. I believe everyone should be able to do that. All right? So everyone who wants the services of the Public Defender's Office, please do that now. All right. Thank you for your flexibility, Ms. Helen. I appreciate that. I am trying to avoid a host of resets. Is there anyone still waiting on the screen who is not waiting for the Public Defender's Office who has not spoken to me? All right, we'll be on a very brief recess holding for Ms. Helen's announcements. Mr. Davenport, are you waiting on the services of the Public Defender's Office? You have to unmute yourself.
I don't know.
Okay. Were you here on time, Mr. Davenport?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
Were you here on time when I explained the calendar to you?
Yes, I was. I didn't speak at first. I thought that you noticed my hand was raised.
All right. Now, do you wish to have the services of the Public Defender's Office today?
I don't even know what's happening right now. What do you suggest? Do I need to?
If you don't know what's happening, I definitely think you need to. You have a right to an attorney at this proceeding, and an attorney may be able to assist you with understanding what's happening here. There is an email address. There are 2 email addresses, but use the one that says Patrice Helen. Please send her an email really quickly from your phone asking for the application to be sent to you, and then answer the questions in that application in the body of an email whereby she can assist you with this proceeding today, okay? If you qualify for her services.
Okay, so I have to email someone.
Yes.
Okay, who do I email again?
Do you see in the chat where it says patrice.helen@fultoncountyga.gov? You're gonna
Yes,
send.
I'm on that screen now.
You're gonna send her an email and ask her to send you an application, and then you're gonna give her the responses to that email, the responses to that application in the body of an email, okay?
Okay, I'm attempting to copy and paste the link now. That's not working. Do I what, do I pause this? Do I cut it off and just and go do that, or?
I'm not an IT specialist, Mr. Davenport. I'm not equipped to really guide you through the best way to do this, but I believe if you are on an iPhone, that you can multitask.
No, I'm not on an iPhone.
Well,
This is a government thing.
Okay, I am really unable to help you. I do not know how that's gonna work. My suggestion is still copy and paste it and try to send her an email, okay? If you drop
Okay,
off.
but I don't want to leave and then I get in trouble.
Yes, we know that you're here, Mr. Davenport. If for some reason you get disconnected, just come right back on, okay? After you send that email to Ms. Helen.
Okay, sounds good, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who's having extreme difficulty?
Judge, I have an announcement. Position 4, Ms. Kyles does qualify, but we are going to ask for a reset to September 2nd for investigation. Also, a possible plea, but we're going to ask for that September 2nd reset investigation as well.
All right, we're gonna place Ms. Kyles, we're gonna be placed on a calendar on September the 2nd, at which time you'll be required to appear.
Okay.
All right.
In
Please
person?
keep your address current with the court and with Ms. Helen. Is there anything further that we'll need from Ms. Kyle?
No, Your Honor, she's free to go.
All right.
Your Honor, I
One
apologize.
question, is it, an in-person appearance?
That one will be on Zoom as well.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Ms.
Your Honor,
Riley?
for the record, Ms. Kyles reached out to our office and was sent discovery early this morning, when she was still pro se, so.
Okay, Ms. Kyles, please send that information to Ms. Helen. All right.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Any other announcements, Ms. Helen?
Hold on, Judge. I'm got 2 more I'm gonna call. And Your Honor, I do have an announcement. Ms. Pittman, Lindia Pittman Powers does not qualify for the Public Defender Services.
All right, Ms. Pittman Powers, hearing that you do not qualify at this time, do you wish to represent yourself? I can't, you're muted.
No.
All right, at this time, still, Ms. Riley, will you please put the state's offer onto the record?
Yes, Your Honor. It is 12 months to serve 24 hours, balance on probation, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service. She's to complete a drug and alcohol evaluation in any treatment that is recommended, attend a risk reduction course, and attend 1 victim impact panel.
Okay. Has Ms. Pittman Powers served any time at the Fulton County Jail already? Or would she have to go and serve the 24 hours?
Not that I am aware of, Your Honor, but if she can provide proof that she served any time, I would give credit for that time to serve.
All right. Ms. Pittman Powers, you're not interested in, you do not qualify, so you're wishing to hire a private attorney at this time?
I guess I don't have a choice, yes.
All right, what we'll do is we'll reset you to the September 2nd status calendar. You do not wish, you're not interested in taking the plea offered by the state at this time?
I really don't understand it, so.
Okay, so we'll reset you to that September the 2nd calendar. Do everything you can to get an attorney to assist you at that time. If you cannot and do not, you'll be placed on the bench trial calendar where you'll have to represent yourself, all right? So do all that you can to get an attorney before September the 2nd.
Okay.
All right, you're free to go, Ms. Pittman Powers.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. All right, any other announcements?
No, Judge, I'm waiting on 3 more people.
And iPhone, who is iPhone? Has iPhone identified himself?
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Bowen.
I'm gonna have to, if you allow, I'm gonna try to get a private attorney. Is there any way I can like reschedule to come back to court or?
Did you submit your application to the public defender's office?
I don't, well, I sent the thing, but I haven't heard anything back, but I mean, I doubt I'm gonna qualify anyway.
All right. All right, Mr. Bowen, I will reset your case. And I will expect you to have a private attorney at that time. What I don't want you is to seek the services of the public defender then. So September 2nd, you will be in court on Zoom with a private attorney, all right?
Yes, ma'am. Are there any like deals that the
Oh,
state is
okay.
offering?
Miss Riley, Mr. Boland would like to hear the state's offer. We'll hear it on the record if you're available.
Thank you, ma'am.
But again, Mr. Boland, you're not gonna be able to take a plea today because you don't have any way to print.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Riley, are you still present? Can you put the offer from Mr. Boland onto the record, please?
And I apologize, I don't have Mr. Bolt.
Oh, that's not your case?
No, it is. I have him as it's a failure to appear. I apologize. Yes, the offer is 12 months to serve 24 hours, the balance on probation, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service. He would need to complete a drug and alcohol evaluation, any treatment that is recommended, attend a risk reduction course, and 1 victim impact panel.
All right, so what we're gonna do, Mr. Boland, if you're not able to take that plea today anyway, so we'll still reset you to that September the 2nd calendar, at which time I'll expect you to either have the capability to take a plea. Please put your email address into the chat so that Ms. Riley could email you paperwork prior to that date in the thought that you'll take that plea or show up with a private attorney. All right?
Yes, ma'am. I'll put it in the chat already.
All right. You're free to go then, Mr. Boland, once that's done. Take care.
And I have an announcement on position 26.
All right, Ms. Helen, I'm ready.
And Judge, we're gonna request a reset for September 2nd. We are going to, Mr. Harriet does qualify for our services. We need that reset for investigation as well as for his case.
Oh, 26, to see Gerald Harriet?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harriet's case will be so reset to the September 2nd status calendar. It's my hope that they will be able to take some pleas at that point or there prior to.
And I apologize, Mr. Boland, I do not see your email address in the chat. So if you could please post that again.
Yeah, Mr. Boland, don't leave until Ms. Riley confirms that she has it. Mr. Harriet, you are free to go.
Yes, ma'am. I just sent it again.
Judge, what was the date of the reset?
You'll be reset to the September 2nd calendar. Please keep your address current with the court and with your attorney. All right?
Again, Mr. Boland, I'm not sure who.
Have a good day.
All right, take care, Mr. Harriet. Mr. Boland, oh, I see Mr. No, that's not his address. I don't see it either, Mr. Boland. If you'll check.
I went to chat, ma'am, and sent it to Miss Helen and said it direct message.
Send it to Miss Riley, not Miss Helen. Yes.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Scroll down and send it to Miss Riley.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Miss Helen, do you have any other announcements for us?
I do not. I don't believe I'm waiting for anyone else.
Okay, maybe not. Someone's in the courtroom.
Mr. Davenport, give me 1 second. I'm gonna call.
We're
Mr.
holding for Mr. Davenport for sure. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Boland. I do have it now.
Okay. Are you you're Perry Johnson? Mr. Johnson, why were you not here at 9 o'clock? It's 10:30. We might have been gone and you would have had a bench warrant issued for you. All right?
I had forgot about my court date. This is the only thing I had to remind me. I had to find this morning. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, now, do you wish to seek the services of the public defender's office?
Not really. I'm still trying to retain a lawyer, but if I have to, you know.
You're still trying to retain a lawyer. Tell me what that means.
I'm still trying to take a lawyer.
All right. What I'm gonna do then, Mr. Johnson, you're gonna be reset to the bench trial calendar on August the 26th. So you have until August the 26th to get a lawyer to resolve your case, okay? Oh, Ms. Riley, will you at least give him the offer that's currently on his case? Mr. Perry Johnson, position 4, is here in the courtroom with me.
Yes, Your Honor. It is 12 months on probation. Is to attend a family violence intervention program, which is a 24-week program, 40 hours of community service, and he would have no contact with the victim, Kanethia Johnson.
Okay, you're not interested in taking that plea at this time?
I'm definitely not, ma'am. I'm actually the victim in the case, so.
All right, I hear that you have some evidence that you wish to present.
Yes, ma'am.
Please work to get an attorney before August the 26th. If you don't appear at that time, the trial will go forward, okay? It appears you had some time to get one, and you do not qualify for the services of the public defender's office?
I have no idea, ma'am.
Okay, and you've not applied? You're here today. Do you wish to apply?
No, ma'am. I've been dealing with court situations since I was about 14.
Okay, don't tell me anything else that could end up being you, anything you say may be used against you, okay? And you do not wish, it's my strong advice that you at least turn in the application. You have a right not to. So you're saying you do not want the public defender's office.
No, ma'am. Not
And how likely are you gonna be, is it that you'll be able to obtain private counsel, Mr. Johnson?
in the next week. I just had to pay bills on it.
Okay, so August 26th, you'll have to come in person, all right? And have your attorney present at that time or hired so they can take care of this for you, okay? All right, Mr. Johnson, take care. You're free to go, all right? August 26th, have an attorney. So- all right.
And Your Honor, may I just note for the record that on May 27th, Mr. Johnson did indicate that he was going to hire an attorney, and that's why the case was reset.
Well, that's why he's now on the bench trial calendar instead of a regular status, all right?
Thank you.
All right, are we still holding for anyone else? Does the state have any other announcements regarding positions that did not show? Are any of these going to be no price? I'm assuming the state is requesting bench warrants in each one. So there's no need to go through and list each one. I'm assuming that is the state's request and the
Yes,
court
sure.
will consider each one. But are there any other announcements regarding null cross or any of that?
Not from Ms. Riley, Your Honor.
Any from Ms. Giffey or Ms. Marshall Story?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Not even these very old 2018 cases for trespass. Nobody is seeking to dismiss those. All right. They will go forward. We'll just be holding for Ms. Helen, and the court has noted the state's request for null pros, which, I mean, for bench warrants, which the court will consider.
I'm sorry. So they showing it's first, not, they're not gonna reset it all.
No, I didn't say that yet. I just said I'm gonna consider it. I know that that's what they're asking. For clarity's sake, I'm not indicating that I'm going to issue each bench warrant. I just note the state's request. All right, we'll be on a very
I'm not sure what AFG is over position 13, Marion Davenport. Could you let me know what the offer is in the chat or however would work?
Ms. Helen, do you have any other announcements?
I don't, Judge. I'm still talking to Mr. Davenport. He does qualify for the public defender's services, but I am requesting the offer for position 13 on the Orca E status.
I'll send that in the chat.
Thank you, Ms. Story.
Okay.
Hey, Judge, we're ready on position 13. I still want the offer in the chat, but we are going to ask for that September 2nd reset date.
All right, so that case will be reset at Ms. Helen's request. If we could have the offer sent to Ms. Helen.
Yes, I'm typing that, Your Honor.
And Ms. Strong, you never got it either for that Mr. Rosado case, did you? Did he ever send it?
No.
Ms. Marshall Story, did you ever get any information from Mr. Rosado regarding Ms. Giselle Rosado?
Your Honor.
That's the case where
Yes,
the ex appeared. Did anybody send any information?
I apologize. I have not even checked my Outlook. Let me take a
Okay.
look. Did the court receive anything?
Not to my knowledge. Let me check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't have any new messages, but let me just physically look in just to make sure. Okay, my apologies. I actually do have something. I'm gonna forward it to the court. I need to, it's a little difficult to read. It's not expanding. I think he took a picture of it, but I'll forward what I have. To whom should I send that?
Please send it to Ms. Strong. Her email is in the chat
Okay.
at the top. I'm very surprised and pleasantly surprised, actually, that we have received something.
Okay, I just forwarded that.
All right, once we take a look at that, I'm inclined to reset that case anyway.
Okay.
But I will at least take a very brief look. Does that complete the calendar? Are there any other defendants waiting on this Zoom conference? I don't see any. So I believe we will review our calendar and end this meeting. At this time, I am inclined to reset all the cases on the Orca status one time, having received information that this was the first scheduling of these dates on Orca E status, and everyone from the Orca status conference calendar who had previously appeared did in fact show today. So all the cases on Orca E status receive a one-time reset, though the state's arguments are duly noted. I am going to review Ms. Rosado's information, and she may get a further reset in light of what I read. Do you want to just forward me the email so I have to print it out? Okay. Oh, it's in Spanish.
I thought we could try to figure that out together.
I don't know that that's true, Miss Marshall Story. I have not had Spanish in quite a long time. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. Okay. We're gonna reset this further. Is it possible to get this interpreted? Can someone from Spanish interpretation interpret this for us?
I'll check on that, Your Honor.
Okay. We're
I was
gonna
gonna say, I
reset
know in
this,
Superior Court, they have interpreters that are actually on site.
because I don't even think I can understand the questions. So what we're gonna do is what's the date beyond September 2nd? In light of the fact that he did present something here that appears to look like a court document of some type. We're gonna reset that further. So is there an October or November date for this defendant?
Oh, yeah. October 7th.
Okay, she's gonna be reset to the October 7th calendar, and we're gonna try to get this interpreted before then. All right, I believe that concludes the calendar. Ms. Strong, will you review? Oh, Mr. Davenport, Ms. Helen is, you do qualify for Ms. Helen's services. She has reset your court date, your court case to the September 2nd calendar, Mr. Davenport. So you'll just need to appear at that time and keep your address and information current with the court and with Ms. Helen, all right?
Okay, wait. So I come back to Zoom, I'm going to get another link, or do I come see you guys in person?
You're gonna be on Zoom and you're gonna speak to Ms. Helen prior to that date so that she can work this out and hopefully work this case out for you prior to then, okay? And you'll get a new notice that you're supposed to appear on Zoom on September the 2nd, all right?
All right.
All right, take care, Mr. Davenport. You're free to go.
Likewise. Thank you.
Have a good day. All right, Ms. Strong, will you review the calendar for us?
Position of this on this court, the e-status calendar. Position
I can't
I can't hear.
All right, we're gonna turn. I don't think that was, you have to use, here, just kind of project. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's much better. Thank you.
Position number 1 was a waived jury. Position number 2 was reset for August the 12th.
I'm sorry, which calendar?
The Orca E status calendar.
I'm sorry, I have multiple calendars. I have one that starts with Brown, one that starts with Bird.
I'm on the one that starts with Bird.
Okay.
So position number 1, Bird, was a waived jury. Position number 2 was reset for August the 12th at 9 a.m. Position number 3 was reset for 9/2. That was an FTA. Position number 4, 9/2 at 9 a.m. Position number 5 was reset for September the 2nd. That was an FTA as well. Position number 6 was reset for 9/2 to hire an attorney. Position number 7 was also reset for 9/2 to hire an attorney. Positions number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 were reset for 9/2. Those were all FTAs. Position number 13 was reset for 9/2. Position number 14 was reset for 9/2. That was an FTA. Position number 16 was reset for 9/2. Position number 17, Ms. Rosado, was reset for October the 7th for further information. Position number 18 and 19 was reset for 9/2. Those were FTAs. Position number 20 was reset for 9/2. Position number 21 was reset for August the 26th. That was for a bench trial. Position number 22, 23 was reset for 9/2. Those were FTAs. I never got an announcement on position number 24. No, the attorney was here, but I don't remember hearing what we were doing with, the attorney was William Moran. Oh, 9/2. Okay.
Position number 25 was an FTA reset for 9/2. Position 26 was also an FTA reset for 9/2, and position number 27 reset 9/2 for more information. The next calendar is the Orca D status conference calendar. Position number 1 was a waived jury. Position number 2 was reset bench, August 26th. Position number 3 was also a reset bench, August 26th. Position number 4 and 5 were also reset bench, August 26th at 1:30. Position number 6 was a waived jury. Position number 7 was reset for September the 2nd. Position number 8 was also reset for September the 2nd. Position number 9 was a waived jury. Position number 10, reset bench. Position number 11 and 12 were a plea. And position number 13 was reset for 9/2. And the add-on was also a reset, but that was the companion case for one of the other, for the Orca E status calendar.
Everybody here today? All right, any comments, changes, corrections, or questions? All right, hearing none, we will be in recess until the next Orca calendar scheduled for Wednesday. Everyone take care. If there's any outstanding paperwork that you need to sign, please send that to me strong. All right, everyone enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye.
You too.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Judge. Bye-bye.